Here is a Vulcan 750. So I have the fuel line coming in, still have the regular hose clamps on the carburetor there, air intake goes into the cv40, goes into the manifold there, my engine, exhaust, and this is what I'm currently working on. So I've got the O2 sensor on the can, and what I did, if you can see in there, is there's a washer on the O2 sensor and a bung I put on there backwards to make sure it was the right thread pitch for the O2 sensor, because this is temporary. I didn't want to strip it out. And then I got some silicone that I used for sealing there, and then simply taped the can onto the exhaust tip. So that is how I got this gauge over here. I simply use vice grips to hold it onto my battery terminals, since I'm just using this for diagnostics. So the way, if you ever get these gauges, the wiring goes is black is signal wire, and from the gauge it's going to be the green wire. So you got green, which goes to the black wire on the O2 sensor, and then your gray is your gray is ground and white is your heater, and your black from the gauge is then also ground. So I got these three wires, which they just fell apart, but I'll take those and I'll clamp them onto my negative there. Green and black are held together by that connection there. And then my positive, so you've got red, which goes to 12 volt ignition, yellow 12 volt ignition. Those are coming from the gauge. And then you have your white wire, which is going to the 12 volt, and the other white goes to the negative. And that is what heats the O2 sensor, makes the O2 heater work. So that's how that tuning went. Basically, I just had it running. I might be able to do it here. See if I can get this set up right. Maybe not. Close enough. So by getting these wires, putting them together here, if I can clamp it on here quick. The readings I was getting currently are 12.6 to 1, but that's when I have the choke on. I know, it's bad. So I turn the choke off, and I was getting 20 to 1. As you can see there's a 20 to 1 on the, or the 12.7 on the gauge with it turned off. Get out the key. what's up with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the carburetor off, set my jets. I'm not sure what's in it exactly right now, but I'm gonna put bigger idle jets on it and see if I can get it to tune right, at least for my idle circuit. And then from there we'll work up to our main jets and see what they're running at. So that's the update for the Vulcan 750.